2 weeks into the NBA season, and already the Eastern and Western Conference standings look like a chaotic mess of instability. Surely the Bucks can't keep up this pace, right? The Rockets have to win more than one game, or am I missing something here? And where the heck did the Lakers go? In our NBA Power Rankings presented by IHOP, we break down the best starts of the 2018-2019 season. At number 10, the San Antonio Spurs. It's like we're in some kind of bizarro dimension because the Spurs are actually a good offensive team, but ranked dead last in defensive rating. Spurs haven't dipped out of the top 4 in defense in 6 years. DeRozan seems to be getting over the Toronto Raptors like a bad long-distance relationship and is now the go-to star the Alamo City needs. Coming in at number 9, the Indiana Pacers. If you squint, the color scheme of the Pacers kind of looks like the Warriors, and it's not just the jerseys that share similarities with the defending champs. Oladipo and crew are leading the league in three-point percentage, putting the hurt on the Spurs from beyond the arc last week. However, they look more like Shaq from the free throw line, bricking 67.4% of their shots, worst in the NBA. At number 8, Portland Trailblazers. Damian Lillard continues to put the city of Portland on his back. Portland recently blew out Houston, but that's becoming more the norm rather than an anomaly. Coming in at 7, the New Orleans Pelicans. How much the team relies on Anthony Davis is a little concerning, because Davis didn't play in a blowout loss to the Utah Jazz, but the team is undefeated with his services in tow. A major red flag for the Pelly's faithful, Davis hired LeBron's agent, a potential blow to the small market franchise if he bails. Number 6, the Utah Jazz. After enduring an apparent sophomore slump, Donovan Mitchell dropped 38 points against Houston. For whatever reason, the Jazz keep playing teams without their stars, like fans seeing a band that doesn't play their greatest hits. Jimmy Butler, Dirk, AD, and Chris Paul all sat against Utah. 5, the Denver Nuggets. Like the story of David and Goliath, the Nuggets are the only blemish on the Warriors' flawless record. IT, Will Barton, and Michael Porter are still scheduled to come back from injuries, so the Nugs could be a formidable foe in the West. Denver's defensive rating is 3rd best in all of ball. At 4, the Boston Celtics. The Red Sox parade came by, and the Celtics could only watch in the shadows of their glory. It's been a decade since the C's raised a championship banner to the rafters. The current squad, under Brad Stevens, might be too deep, but is there such a thing? Kyrie kind of looks like a ghost of himself and seems more intent on filming Uncle Drew 2 to compete with LeBron's Space Jam sequel. Coming in at number 3, the Toronto Raptors. Kawhi Leonard has tallied 3 30-point games and forced 10 turnovers against Ben Simmons in a recent win over Philly. Spurs fans are still upset about the Claw's Alamo City departure. An SA fan recently decorated their house with spooky Halloween stuff. A coffin was propped up in the front lawn that read Kawhi 2011 to 2018. The runner-up, the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee is emphasizing the Fear the Deer slogan. Coach Mike Budenholzer came in and tamed the satanic goat-looking mascot, disciplining Milwaukee into the 2nd-best defensive unit in the association. For the first time in 47 years, Milwaukee had a 7-0 record to start the season. And at number 1, Stay Gold Pony Boy. Golden State Warriors, at this point, the Warriors are just the Predator playing with their meal. Unless Clay, Steph, Draymond, and KD all get injured from celebrating too much, the Warriors are destined to make their 5th consecutive NBA final. Klay Thompson looks like a kid incredibly gifted at Pop-A-Shot, scoring a record 14 threes against the Bulls earlier this week.
Tonight's NBA Power Rankings are brought to you by IHOP. Eat up every moment.
You're watching Sports2Nite, San Antonio's only nightly 30-minute sportscast with exclusive sports coverage you won't find anywhere else.